Hey guys, it is Zach here today. I hope you guys all are having a good day. So today this is going to be a really quick video right now. So this is actually going to be weird because it's going to be the first time ever they've actually uploaded for a second time in one day. However, this is kind of a special thing that's happened. Some news has just broke between between America and China with their trade deal. I thought I'd just cover it kind of quickly, figure out what's going on and whatnot. So what's happened is that Trump's chief financial advisor has come out and said that the deal between America and China is basically off. So what's happened as a result of this is ASX 200 has dropped by 100 points in about 10-20 minutes. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 has dropped by around 1.6% in a few minutes at the same time. So I quickly just want to go over what's happening in the trade deal right now, what effect this could have if the trade deal is actually called off on both the economy in Australia and America, while also our whole trade route and how this can affect everyone at all. So what happened at the end of last year was that between America and China, the relationship kind of became rocky, and then a trade war began between the two countries. The tariffs increased, and a lot of people China wasn't getting any imports from America, and then same thing from America's perspective. As a result of what happened of this trade war between the two economic superpowers, what's happened is that they actually have decided to have an agreement which has multiple phases. What they've done right now is they've completed phase one, which is basically over. And what's happened is that now Trump's financial advisor has come out and said that the trade between the two is basically over due to negotiations failing and due to the fact that there's no trust between the two parties. Shortly after, however, Trump has tweeted this on his social media. He has tweeted that the China trade deal is fully intact. Hopefully they'll continue to live up to the terms of the agreement. So what's happened is Trump has actually contradicted what his financial advisor has actually said, and we don't really know what's going on. However, we do believe that the trade deal is intact. However, we are also taking Trump's word for it. However, basically with Trump pointing the finger at China due to their involvement with the virus going around, and due to the fact that a lot of people believe that now it was created in a lab rather than a bat in the Wuhan lab, rather than a Wuhan wet market. This has caused a lot of a disagreement between China and a lot of other countries, trying to get them to force them to not trade with them and whatnot. This is causing really serious economic impacts between everyone. And what we believe is that this is actually what's caused this turmoil between the two countries. So what's meant to happen is that between the two countries, this trade deal is meant to give 250 billion American dollars, which go between the two countries. This would be amazing for both of the economies, especially what's happening right now with the virus. It would help prop them up a lot, and is a very big factor to what's happening right now and helping our economy keep increasing, both American, Australia and Chinese. Trump has actually recanted the statement from his financial advisor and put his statement out on Twitter. What's happened is that both the stocks from the ASX 200 have gone back up to their original position, whereas the stocks from the S&P 500 have gone back up to their 1.6%, meaning that more or less nothing has actually happened as an increase as a result from what's happened of this. However, this does beg the question that what happens if if the trade deal fails, and what will actually happen from this. If the trade deal was to actually fall through between the two countries, I feel like this would be a massive disadvantage towards both of them, as well as the world economy. Like, we could even be looking at a Cold War type scenario, but however, just doing it economically and then eventually turning into a full-blown war, which we don't want. I feel like economically this would be massive towards everyone, seeing as these are pretty much the main two superpowers in the world when it comes to the economy. And this would particularly affect people like Australia, Japan and whatnot, who get a lot of their supplies from China. For example, I know anywhere from Apple or any companies like that which have lots of technology, or have I don't want to say sweatshops, but they have shops in in Asia and China, especially where they make all their phones and whatnot. This would call into question that you would expect a lot of stocks to drop a lot, and this could even lead to a second wave of the stock prices all decreasing again like they did in March, which you don't want, because the economic forecast that was like that back then in March was horrible, and I feel like none of us really want to go back 3 months beforehand. So if the trade deal was to fall through, I feel like it would be a massively horrible thing for both the countries. I feel like they could both massively be very... If the trade agreement was to fall through and both these countries were to have a trade agreement or trade war, this would be kind of horrible for any other country around them, especially Australia, even like countries like India, whatnot, which get their supplies from there. It'd just be horrible for them. It would really take a massive toll on the whole world's economy, especially at what we're at right now, because the whole world's economy isn't great. But you guys, I think that's going to be all for me today. I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you next time.